If you are under the age of 18 and are watching this video, please stop now. This content was not intended for you. Hey everybody, it's TMIKA. I am back with another project for Yishuan scrapbooking. If you haven't seen the first card that I made, or the first set of cards that I made, I'll have the links down below in the description box as well as the unboxing. I am showing you their site here so you guys can go ahead and check it out. That link will be down there as well. So I'll be using a few dies for this card. The first one I'm going to share with you is this thank you so much. It is such an adorable card and I say it often, so I had to use it. And I wanted to share also that Doris has tutorials on her YouTube channel. I'll share her link down below. I'm using this EYELET circle card. It's called round background, mechanical round background. Such a pretty, lacy, dainty, elegant die. So I'm using that and I love that it has nesting layers. And then finally, I'm using this really cute spring sweet strawberry. I love the leaves, the foliage, the details in them. So I absolutely had to have it. And there's some examples of using that die as well. So let's get started on this super quick and cute card. All right, guys, here is that circle die again up close. It is so cute. And I love, again, the nesting and the little laceness about it. And there is the thank you so much. I had done this so fast. I was on a roll, so I slowed it down a little bit. You guys can see it. And then finally, here's that strawberry die that I think is so cute and so detailed and so fun. I am using some cardstock from Cardstock Warehouse and a circle die from my stash. I ended up not using that dark green color. I cut out everything twice in heavyweight cardstock. The doily, my circle from my stash, the thank you so much, and the leaves, I cut them out in the pink and gold. And I'm also using some flowers from my stash as well to go along with the card. And I can't forget my little gold box of gems, gold and silver box of little jimmies. So all we're doing is putting this card together after everything is cut out. I'm using some wet glue to attach the thank you so much to each other because I cut them out twice, like I said, just to have some stability and also kind of pick it up off the card a little bit. So I'm doing that here now, and I just want to line that up really nicely. Let's set that aside to dry. I'm going to do the same thing for that doily part, or I keep calling it a doily, but it's not a doily. It's a mechanical circle background, but I'm doing the same thing. And you want to make sure that if you have this type of die, it's not all perfect, so you want to make sure that you line everything up correctly so nothing is offset kind of weird. So I set that aside to dry, and then this I'm going to make into a card. So I cut out my two circles, and I'm just going to take my handy dandy scoreboard, cut off a little tip at the top, you know, just measure 1/2 inch or so around the top as you see fit. Make sure you got right sides where they need to go, and then fold that over and measure it again. You want to glue it together, measuring from the bottom. Like you want to make sure the bottoms match, but you're gluing the top together, if that makes sense. Get your bone folder and your hot glue because you want this to be nice and sturdy. So I'm putting them both face front, lining them up with those little notches at the bottom, and then sealing it at the top so that it becomes a card. Voila! Super cute. Love this technique. You can also cut out another die and another circle die and fill in the inside layer if you want to do that. Just cut it off at the top. So I am adding some pop dots to the back of that circle doily die. Listen, I'm just gonna call it doily because it looks like a doily. It's so pretty. To add dimension to this card. It's a simple card. It is a quick card, but I'm gonna do it. And this is what I'm adding to the top to add some dimension. There's my thank you so much. That's doubled up, super sturdy. I'm going to grab these teeny tiny pop dot squares that I get from the Dollar Tree. They come in handy because they are so small, and you can even make them even thinner, and then add them to the perimeter of that thanks so much so that it can stand up. I take the backing off, swipe it a little bit with some hot glue, and lay it on the center of the card. Then I switch over to these little tiny flowers that comes with that strawberry die, and I just take them in the palm of my hand and use a molding tool and just kind of give them a little bit of texture and dimension. Take the leaves, flip them up a little bit, like nothing super serious, just so they can have a little bit of depth to them. And if you want them super tight and cupped, go ahead and grab you like a foam base and go ahead and mold those. I didn't want them to be that way. I wanted it to be a nice flowy, springy, Mother's Day-y type of card. Just a simple, cute, elegant card. I like cutting up my leaves and separating them from what the original die had planned. And I also like to add gold to my cards and my projects and everything else because it just adds that extra splash of awesomeness. Take a little bit of hot glue, add the leaves to each other, one on top of another, just a tiny bit so that you don't have any of those glue strands coming out, since that thank you so much is kind of thin. And I'm just going to do an angle at the bottom right and an angle at the top left, and very simple layered card. Add the leaves again. I was going to add them there, but nah, changed my mind. Boom, there we go. That's where it needs to go. I felt right about that. Do my 3 layers again and pop that on in there underneath that thank you. I'm going to cut up some more leaves later, but just go ahead and lay the flowers on top of each other. Add your dimensional flowers that has patterns that match it to kind of blend everything all together so it won't be so, I don't want to say one note because there's lots of colors on here, but you know what I mean, so solid cardstock. So I add some of these pretty flowers to the mix. Dot of glue at the bottom to keep everything secure, and we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to layer all of the flowers, all of the cupped flowers that came with the die on top of each other, and that's it. Like, it's a really simple card, and I'm just playing around with what I want to go on the top and on the bottom, but eventually, yeah, I figure it out. Again, here, cut up your leaves, make them separate. It adds more dimension. Fold them up, layer them. It's a little, you know, a little tip. Even adding pop dots in between your flower layers or your leaf layers will give them added dimension, so it looks really thick and chunky if that's the look you're going for. I like doing that oftentimes. So that's it for this, and I'll just let you guys go ahead and finish washing this out. It's going to end soon, and I'll be right back. All right, this turned out so cute. I am having such a good time. I'm playing music in the background, getting my mojo going. I'm just crafting. So you guys have the voiceovers, but when I'm done, I come back. You know, you can hear this rough voice, fresh, new. Yeah, this turned out really cute. And I used the strawberry dye, the leaves and the flowers. And then this circle is actually from my stash. So I use that as my backing, and then I use the largest doily to make a couple layers, and then of course the sentiment thank you so much, or thank you so much, and then I use some Cuddle Me Clay flowers, and then I use the rest of the leaves and stuff from the die set. So that is so cute. I think it turned out really nice. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little process tutorial. Let me know what you guys think, and if you could take a moment and hit that like button, I would definitely appreciate it, and leave a comment. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.